Hello, awesome artists. We are going to be painting with watercolors in art class today. Before we get started, we just want to make sure that we do not spill water anywhere around our computer. So we want to try and set up our paint space away from the computer area. We can still sit at the computer, but just put your paper a little bit away from it. We also want to fill whatever water container we're using just a little bit. You don't need a whole lot of water, so you just want to put a little bit into your water container. We have been talking about landscapes in art class, so we're going to base our painting today on a landscape. We talked about background, middle ground, and foreground, so we want to start off by thinking about this when we draw with our crayons. We're going to use crayons first on our paper because crayons will resist the watercolor paint. Crayons have wax in them, so wherever you draw with your crayons, it will resist. So I'm going to start with my middle ground, which is where my land and sky meet. And we don't want to color the whole paper because we're going to be painting after we finish. And if you want to do a different kind of landscape, you can. I'm going to just use green for the grass. You could do mountains. You could do all kinds of different things. You could think about doing a sunset if you wanted to. So there's my ground. I think I'm also going to add a sun at the top. Again, I'm not going to color in the whole sun because I can go back in and paint in just a moment. So I'm going to just add some details. You could add trees, you could add people if you wanted. And I'm also going to use a white crayon and add clouds to my sky. You won't be able to see them yet because the crayon is white, but once we paint over them, you will be able to see. So that's going to be the base for my landscape. Here's my little cup of water. It's not all the way full, so you have to get your watercolor paints a little bit wet before you start using them. And the key is to use enough water. If you don't use enough water, the paint will not work. So I'm going to use greens for my land and keep dipping in the water. And then maybe you want to do a sunset, maybe you want to do blues in your sky or purples. So I'm painting over, but you can still kind of see the clouds that I had put there. I think I'm going to do all kinds of different beautiful colors in my sky today. So think about how you want your landscape to look. I'm going to do pinks, I think, and purples and blues in my sky. So work slowly. We don't need to be in a hurry. We don't want to spill our water or paint. And we want to try and keep it on our paper. And of course, have fun. Hello everyone. So I've been working on my painting. I've been working on layering different colors into my sky, like pink and purple and blues. And I'm going to work on the land a bit more. I've also been thinking about how I want to do the sun. I think I'm gonna just do it yellow, which will be really nice and pretty. So the key to watercolors is to work slowly, to layer colors, and make sure you use plenty of water on the paper. And of course, have fun.